I greet everybody for this glorious and wonderful year 2023. You are among the fortunate and the privileged people who have found grace in the sight of the Lord, and you have been translated from 2022 to 2023. So, how privileged you are. It means that for you to cross into this new year, 2023, there are greater things await you this year. And I want to tell you that the Lord will take you to the greater heights this year. You will reach the peak of your life this year. Much awaits you. So because of the purpose and the plan of God for each and every one of us this year, and the space is wide enough, to have our way and get to the top. And I wouldn't want you to be ignorant of this year, 2023. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a unique year, a wonderful year. A lot is happening. And of course, in our country, Nigeria, you will discover that we are already moving into a new era of new governments, and things will never be the same. And you too, you cannot be the same. In the kingdom of God, also, things are not going to be the same. There's going to be explosions of revival. There's going to be greater exploits from the people of God. And I want to call you to join the wagons so that when we get to the end of the journey, reflecting back and looking back, you have much reasons to thank God that you are among the people God is using in this time. So I welcome you to the year 2023. And I wouldn't want you to be ignorant of having a little moment of sober reflections on your past so that you know where you are and know where you're heading to. So many of us have been longing, desiring to have breakthrough, but perhaps some of us lose tangents of the principle and the laws governs the breakthrough expected. But this year, by the grace of God, I'm going to be leading us into these great realms of breakthrough. And I see you smiling at the end of the day. I'll see you getting happiest as we move on. I see you influencing and affecting your environment. I see you having all-round breakthrough. And in your ministry, you're going to get breakthrough. In your health, you're going to get breakthrough. In your finances, you are going to get breakthrough. In your education and professions and social lives and every angles you may think of, I see you breaking the ground of success. So I'm going to take us on the A to Z key for breakthrough in 2023. 2023. And of course, we must understand that there is a difference between 2022 and 2023. It's a gap. There's addition in figure. You were 2, 2, 2. Today is 3. It means you are maturing. Even age-wise, you are maturing. And you are making progress. And because you are making progress, the progress should affect you all around. Because you are maturing, you are taking a new steps. You are moving to a new level in your lives. Because as years goes by, you're also migrating with the year. And we're maturing, we're getting closer. So at this point in 2023, you must make sure that you are getting to the next level at all means and getting total and complete breakthrough. So as I said, I'm looking at A to Z, A to Z key breakthrough in 2023. Let me start with the first alphabet, A. A is very, very strategic because in the beginning of alphabets shows the templates and the stepping stone for the year breakthrough. So what we need to do here is A, abandon destructives and destiny destroyers. These are the people that you shouldn't come in contact with this year. And are the people that anytime that they get in contact with you, you're either losing some valuables, your attributes, some virtues, some elements, and some principle of success. And they came to you just as friends, but they are devastating, they are destructive. We call them destiny destroyers. Now, they are not coming to make you achieve. They're not coming to make you attain that talent God has designed for you or destiny. They are not going to help you fulfill the purpose why God has brought you into this year. They're not trying to bring you up and make you climb and get to the top. Rather, anytime they come, they lower your tempo, they damn your spirits, they make you feel sad, they make you feel guilty, they make you feel reduced. So this set of people this year, this kind of associates, this kind of company, you don't need to go with them. They are not building you up. They are not helping you. They are either spiritually, professionally, or otherwise. Rather, they cause much problem for you. So this year, you must abandon that group, abandon that associates, abandon that company, abandon those destructive people, abandon the destiny destroyers. That's the first thing you have to do. And let's assume that you are an eagle and eventually stumbled among the fowls on earth and you'll be roaming about. And eventually something happened. You now come to your consciousness that you don't supposed to be in this group. What do you need to do? You still remain there. Not at all. Do what? Soar high, fly away, leave the company so that you can gather your pieces, you can gather yourself and take off. See you getting your breakthrough. Then B. B is also very important. What you need to do this year to have your breakthrough, to have your total success, is that you must build networking. Networks must be one of the paramount importance in your lives. You are going to build a strong network that will be all round. Now, it could be networking with people of the same ministry, people of the same profession, people of like mind. Don't forget that there's power in networking. They bring in new ideas. You get a bundle of ideas, information flow. There's confidence among those people. They build up, they challenge you. New ideas comes in. Very powerful tools for breakthrough. But sometimes many people do not know that a tree cannot form a forest. A broom cannot be compared with a bundle of broom. A man alone, single-handedly, cannot be a king over himself. It is multitude that makes the king. So if you want to be a king, get the people of like mind, study them, flow with them. But let it be the, the network that will help you achieve your goals, and not the networks that will dismantle your aspirations. So build that networks. Two, B, you need to break bad and negative behavior, because you cannot succeed, you can't make it, you can't have your breakthrough if you cannot break the bad attitude, the negative attitude, the negative lifestyle that kept you where you were last year, or maybe some years back. You know that year in, year out, you are still at where you were because of this kind of bad attitude, negative behavior. Knowing that this year is a year of your breakthrough, examine your behavior, examine your character, examine the way you live. Are this thing helping you? Are this behavior attracting people to you? Now, for example, some people were retrenched, they were sacked. Some people started business of their own, they could not sustain it. Why? It's not because of carelessness. It's not because of negative attitude. There are some that feel that this is in my family. No one has ever rise above this terrain. And because of that, decided to build a tent on that negative environment. And that is affecting their character. And that is affecting their productivity. And that is affecting their progress. And that is affecting their breakthrough. So what do you do with this year? You sit down, do it yourself. Dismantle that bad and negative behavior. Destroy it. C, alphabet C, consciousness of why you exist. That's very important, because as long as you're not conscious of why you are existing, you'll not be able to check up, verify, examine, analyze whether you are actually on the route, on the path to achieve that very purpose. So you must be conscious of the reason. Why was I created by God? Why did God bring me here? Why am I here? What is the purpose? Remember in Jeremiah chapter 1, and Jeremiah was a bit confused of his of his purpose of existence. And he was he was contemplating, and then God need to appear to him and told him, Jeremiah, the plan for you being here have been concluded. And he told him, you are not a defective product. You passed the heavenly specification why you should live here. And I tested you, and everything was concluded before even your mother conceived you and before you were born. Look at the template, look at the catalog, look at your profiles of your existence. And then that man came, that came to his consciousness. And then from there, that man knew that he wasn't an ordinary person. And if he followed through, see the exploits, see the breakthrough. So, my brethren, friends, there's nothing that you can do than to come back to your senses. Why am I here? Why am I here? So you should be conscious of these very facts, the reason why you are here. And when it comes to that point, I will tell you that a door of breakthrough, a door of success has been wide open for you. And you have a key that it can open that great door of joy and happiness. Now, we've talked about C. What about D? The alphabet D. Key. Very important key you need in 2023 to have your breakthrough. That word D is pregnant. Is pregnant. It is about to deliver an individuals for exploit and breakthrough. Number one, D, determination. Determine. You must determine in your heart fear that you are going to make something happen. Determinations. Now, apart from that determinations, you must be disciplined. These two friends goes together. A determined person is a disciplined person. And it will be difficult for you if you're not determined, you cannot be disciplined. But you need to look back and look around. What are the things that you should have done which you didn't do because of indiscipline, because of lack of determination? You started a profession, you started a program, you started a journey of faith, and along the lines, you meet some difficulty, and you feel that I didn't expect this. And then you pack up and hang up the towel. No, you have not started. You must go through, determined to go through. They like those people that want to go for battle and they know that the only escape route is this bridge. So when they cross the bridge, they dismantle, dislodge the bridge. Whatever that happened there, life or death, are ready to go. And gather themselves, they determine to fight end. And that brings discipline, knowing that there's no way back, no escape routes. So, if you're going to have your breakthrough this year, I will tell you that you don't need to play with determination. You are not going to play with discipline. Be ready to discipline yourself. All the apostles said in the Bible that this time I'm not going to wrestle as I'm wrestling with the air. But one thing is certain with me, I'll bring that thing that normally stop me and distract me, my flesh, my body. I bring it under subjection. Sometimes you want to rise up in the night to study. The flesh will say, my friend, go down. Sometimes you want to think outside the box. The body will say, you are aging. And you want to get things done. And the body will be, he said, no, I bring that body. I discipline that body. I have determined also to work against that flesh. And that was why Paul at the end, he could say, as he looked back, he said, look at the battle I fought. I have fought a good fight. I could see I finished it. What is ahead of me is joy that I cannot quantify. My friend, you will not be happy until you get your breakthrough. You will not be happy until you get your breakthrough. Your joy will be limited unless you get your breakthrough. So, what do you do? Learn this first day of the year 2023. Make up your mind. I will not give a dime to that destructive elements, my flesh. I will study. I will read. If it wants me to read book, I will read. If you want me to stay in internet, I will solve the internet to get something. If you want me to get through YouTube from YouTube, I'm going to do it. If I want to cost me whatever thing, I'm going to discipline this body, get something done. I could see you. You are one of the one of the people, one of the person that the world is looking for. This year, I see you at the top. Now, E, alphabet E. This also almost similar like alphabet A. But do you know what it's going to do? The other one you abandon. But in E, what do you need to do? Eliminate. toxic people in your life. If you are going to succeed, if you are going to have a breakthrough this year, 2023, my friend, there are so many things you need to do to get yourself lighter to run. What is that? Elimination. You are going to eliminate toxic people, aimless people, goalless people. These are people that they have no goal in life, no aim, and perhaps they're like roam about looking where to rest, and then eventually they see you, they come close to you, and they destroyed your life. They destroy your dream. They destroy your curiosity. They destroy your aspirations. They destroy everything before they leave you empty. Those who are toxic people, they came not to pray with you, not to ask you how can we get a business started. They came, how do you study? They don't care. Only that they came with stories and tales and telling you stories of other people's families, and these are busy bodies in other people's matters. The matters that doesn't concern them. And they want to rope you in. I want to let you in. And they will come with fantasy and they'll be discussing with you. Do you hear about the government, what this government is doing? Do you hear what Pastor so is doing? Do you know what Brother so is doing? Do you hear what is happening in the other family there? Do you hear what is happening in the other? No, these are these are toxic people. They will useless your life. So this year, you are going to use that letter E to what? Focus on them, eliminate them, exterminate them, equip them out, flush them out in your life. And in fact, anytime they comes or they want to come around you, they know that this is not the person we are looking for. They won't come to you again. And by that time, you have set up your mind. You are occupied. You are engaged. Not only elimination, you must educate yourself this year. Education. In fact, I need to tell us the world is changing. And that's why that you see business that some people did some years and which are not they are not ready to get fixed in with the time. They are almost shutting down, out of business. Business is not as usual. Things are changing. And if you are going to fit in, even as a working class, your secular work, you need education. You must be involved in educating yourself. Get into new environments. And you're a teacher. You want to you want to create impact, and you finish school many years and you don't care to educate yourself, you will not fit in into recent and current time. What you need to do is educate yourself. And you are doing business is not as usual. What you need to do, get yourself educated. What is the current modern way of doing business? Get yourself involved, study it. Thank God for today. Technology have make it very simple for us. You can get these things within, it's right there with you. The world is a global village. All the information you need in abroad, everywhere, you can get them there. Packed up, parceled in internet, YouTube. Spend time, educate yourself. Now, after education, what do you need to do? F. Now, looking at where we are coming from that first alphabet till this F, there's something that you need to make this above mentioned alphabet work for you. That is focused. There are people that are easily being distracted in life. But look at what a man said. I have a target and my heart is fixed and my eyes is in it. No matter what you do, You can't move team away. And these are the people that they have program they want to follow. They won't allow you to use them to achieve, accomplish your own task. They have their own life to live. And they are so planned themselves and they focus on their plan. And they have where they are going and they are focused at where they are going. They have time limits and they are managing their time within the confine of that frame. So if you come and bring in some other things, they will tell you, sorry, I have something I'm doing. I know where I'm going. Some people just came into the year like someone who want to travel and get to a motor park and they ask him, where are you going? He said, I just want to travel. That's some people came into the year. No direction. They are confused. And if you have no directions, you will not be focused in life. And this year, if you're going to have your breakthrough, you must ready to have a single goal or a single mindedness. And you focus on that one thing until you get it done. Is it a ministry? Focus on your ministry. Is it your profession? Focus on your profession. Is it in your school study? Focus on your study. Is it in your family? Focus on that family. Is it in your business? Do that business. And anything your hand find it to do it with all your might, with all your strength, with all your ability. Give all. Give all. And that will call for your attention. And you know that you have one thing you are focusing. All your attentions is based on it. Whatever that happens is not a problem. And if you discover that many of the researchers, if you read about them, like Thomas Edison's and the rest, that sometimes they were so focused on in, on the projects they were having at hand to the extent that food were brought into the room. They couldn't see the person that brought the food because all their attentions, imaginations, intellect, everything was focusing on them achieving their goal, getting that project done. Why would they not succeed? So, my friend, if you're going to get your breakthrough this year, decide to be a focused man. Makes your heart fixed on what you want to do. Now, apart from being focused, there's something I want to tell you also that can easily makes you get your breakthrough is 2023, and that is faithfulness. Could you imagine the reason why some people in their company or their organizations or in their corporations, anytime they want to retrench, they focus on their own on their directions? You know why? Because many have been tested and found not fit because of insincerity and unfaithfulness. Unfaithful people can make progress, honestly speaking. Unfaithful people cannot attract attention of others. Unfaithful, even in the Bible, some of you read Bible, even in the Bible, and Jesus Christ tell us the story, parable of talents. And the man wanted to travel, and then called all his servants and delivered to them talents based on their capacity, based on their ability. And he gave it to them and expected that in return, this one would have been faithful on that which is committed into their hand, rendering their account. But quite unfortunate, one of them, instead of getting involved, he was busy telling story, abusing the man. Faithfulness. And you know the story. Very simple. And I was equally told that in a particular environment, a man wanted to step out and get a new chief executive officer to manage a corporation. And that man was very, very intelligent. They wanted to check up the level of the faithfulness and sincerity among the workforce and the executives. And I went and cooked seed and brought it to them and gave it to all the people, the top ranking managers, searching for the one that they can hand over the corporations to. And all of them, they went. After 2, 3 months, they see that the seed was not germinating. And they feel that what is the problem? They went and got the similar seed and planted and watered. The thing was blooming and blooming, and it was greenish. It was fantastic, wonderful. But one man among these people planted that seed and almost killed himself because the day he saw was almost off. And they were to return to the boardroom so that the next COE, Chief Executive Officer, will be appointed. And the man almost, but the wife encouraged him, said, "Don't worry, go with it." When the man got there, to the boardroom, everybody, they brought their own, they were smiling, they were happy. Unfaithful people can smile for a period, smile just for a temporary moment. But a faithful man who can find it, if you find it, it's rewardable. So you need to be faithful. And they gathered, the man came and brought all of them, they lined up their own seat, terminated, and then this man was just hiding somewhere there. The man came, said, "Today we are going to have new executive to resume the office of this." And they were finding themselves unfaithful people. It's see, see my own, see my own, see my own. The man said, mention of the name of the man whose seed did not germinate till the expiration period. And they called the man for what? The man was almost collapsing. Oh, see other people. But to his greatest surprise, a faithful man loved best. What happened? The man told all of these people that the only person qualified to occupy this office is this man. Why? Because he was faithful. Now told them the reasons that he knew he gave them cooked seed. Cooked seed can never germinate. He said, he said faithfulness. So you need to, in fact, there's also a story I was told of this young lady who had just graduated from university for years. He couldn't get a job. And eventually he was looking for a job. And one of the day, his brother was in the office with some of the executive of a company. And then she called for her sister to come. When she came around to the office, he just entered. Then those executives were there. And then they asked this, they said, "Please, can you go to this place and buy something for us?" And in fact, the way they sent her, they were the owner of that company. So that sent her. They wanted to test her whether it's qualified, whether it's faithful, sincere, and trustworthiness. So, and then now because they know the price of those things, they give her so much amount of money. Then she went to that place. She entered the first shop, she entered the second one, entered the fourth one, and then the price was almost the same. He now bought it. But while coming back, she felt that I've been at home for all this while, no money in my purse and no money in my. So what do I do? These people will not be, will not know how much I bought. I'm going to tell them this how much I buy. But you know what happened? But one thing struck her. He said, "Don't do it." He now succumbed to the last voice. And she came back. When she came back, he gave the material to the people that sent her. And then he said, "Please, this is how much I bought it." I was able to check about 4 stores around. But I think it's like all the price are the same. So I decided to buy this change. I was shocked. Say, yes, you are the person we are looking for. You are the person you are looking for. That faithfulness, that singular faithfulness, opened a wider door. But some people are praying, God bless me, open doors. They are insincere. My friend, even in the work, that secular work, that office they are occupying, are you faithful? Are you sincere? Now, you are managing people's resources. You say managing their resources. Then what will you think? If you now go out to open your own, have your own, will you be saying, no, you can't do it? And Jesus said, oh, commit that into your hand. If you are not faithful with that little thing. So faithfulness, focus is powerful key for breakthrough. And I hope you're getting something. I'm taking you to somewhere this year. Now, the alphabet G is goal setting. Goal setting. Some people just go through life like a rolling stone. They go like a flying birds. They wake up in the morning and go out and come in and sleep and eat and then go up and down, merry-go-round, and there's no goal, no plan at all. No plan. Now look at man holistically. Look at your life. Your life is the embodiment of what you want to achieve. You have the spiritual aspects, you have the physical aspects, you have the finance, you have the health. In fact, you have the Bible says what? Fervent in the spirits, serving the Lord, then be serious with business. Triangle. You need to sit down and draw a plan. Set a goal. This is the year could be quarterly. You may do it month by month. Draw a goal for the month. Even in your secular work, your personal lives, everything you want to do as to get your total breakthrough. Because everything you do is accumulated of your breakthrough. So you sit down and set goals for all these aspects of your life this year. Don't just be a rolling stone. Don't just be aimless, goalless. Take up your life. This area, this area, this area. What do I really want to achieve in this area? You a minister, or your congregation. What is your goal for your congregation? What's your goal for your personal development? Are you working in organization? You have a goal you set in that office. What you want to achieve? You have time frame. You have a measuring tool to measure your achievements. So this year, if you are going to if you are going to have your breakthrough, if you are going to get your promotion, if you are going to succeed in life, if you are going to be happy, goal setting should be priority. Should be what you cannot do without. Set it. It will affect the way you spend. It will affect the way you moved. By the way, even secured you. So do that and see the way things will be moving smoothly. Set goal. Set that goal that is achievable. And sometimes we say we use maths. Make the goal simple. Make the goal measurable. Make the goal achievable. Make the goal realizable. and make the goal time bound. TikTok. And you don't just do because a goal. So some people just set goal that is not achievable. So set goal this year. Smart write your life. Now, the next one, alphabet, is age. Age. you know, some people cannot achieve things in life because they are too full of themselves, too proud, too proud. And they are not ready to stoop down. So age is humility. They are not ready to bend down. Let's assume this person has gone to university and come out either with first class or class upper. And now he felt that I must get jobs that suits my educational qualification. And then we carry certificates up and down. And he sees the menial job and he feel that why should I of this level of education do this kind of job? I won't do it. That person will still remain that way he or she was. Humility. Humility. They that humble will be elevated. And once you feel that I learn of a particular lady, it's not just a preaching or so. And this lady came out from university with the best results, best certificate. And when she came out, first year, she couldn't find anything doing. And he felt that she needed to think. And eventually something dropped into her heart idea of traveling to waterside and they get some bags of crayfish, bring it and supply. And eventually, because she's an educated person, our own parcel and packaging was quite different. She started packaging crayfish in a special way, sent to places. And I speak some money. And yet there are some people that finish school with together with her are still sitting looking for white collar job. I attended a program, a conference in Abuja last year. Then that should be November. And we are meeting with industrialists. We're having the Institute of Professional Industrialists. We are just meeting. So a young man in that conference stood up and he said, I was retrenched from my work during COVID. And I came out, I was thinking on what to do. And I started embarking on Akara production. And he mentioned his name along with Akara. I think if I could remember the name of that Akara, his own name was Yusora. And he said he made a lot and stupid money. An educated person, Akara. It's not someone who has never been in school. And and he said after then he started making akamu. And this akamu, he will package it and send it to supermarkets. And the young man is some money. Although the challenge he had was that it's like tax people are exploiting him. And that's when we came in. So if you want to have breakthrough this year, you want to be going about baking and then go about, as perhaps some of us in the church will feel that every time you're in the church, every time we have program you're in the church, you don't think of doing something else. And then the people are looking at some of you, you're ministers in your church, a pastor in the church, and then you cannot contribute, and then you are sharp people to contribute, and they're looking at you. Why can't you do like Paul the Apostle? Tent making and ministry also. So you need to come down from that tree of pride. Come down. Put your certificate somewhere. If need be, come down. Put down who you are down first. And even discover these days that people that work in some of these places, they pay the millions of naira. You even see them on the road, can push them down because they are not even dressing to show up. The cars they are driving, the phone they are carrying, surprise. Humility. They won't even want to expose themselves to unnecessary insecurity or risk. And some people don't have anything. Then you're shoulder high because you went to school. You have this certificate. You have to forget about. Put it down this year. Come down. Begin to use your hand. Think. And not only that, age, help others to succeed, and you do succeed. There are people that are not ready to help other people. I used to tell our youths, I said when we were much younger, we don't ask brothers money to iron their clothes, to wash their clothes for them, wash their cars for them. We just do that just naturally because we were not having anything doing. We wake up in the morning, we go to uncle, brother house, our brother's house there, wash their clothes, and then wash their car, clean their environment, clean their house, and got grass for them. But these days, you know what our youth, just calling to come and help you iron. They say, how much are you paying? How much will you pay me? And they are not ready to help. And they want this wood to help them. No. And in fact, to be honest with you, the people that we help with no intention to collect back money. By the time we get admission and say we want to go back to school, these are the people who say, how much is your school fees? How can we help you? Please be coming. Every time you come back, weekends come. And they were taking care of us. But these days, our youth more money conscious than helping others. And there are some of us who are working class. Perhaps there's vacancies in your office which you would have helped others to get a job secured, and you don't do it, and you want to be alone. Very soon, leave that office. You will leave that office. The people you help today and be your helpers tomorrow. I remember my account teacher far back in secondary school, and the man was sharing with us what happened to him in one of the bank. As he got to that bank, everywhere was filled pack, and he could not raise his head. And eventually, the manager cited him and the security to bring him in. And the man entered, got to the manager office. The manager gave his seat. They asked a waiter, asked security, the attendants, please prepare tea for him. And while he was doing that, sir, please can I get a check and a sign? And the man was there cooling down, enjoying himself. And then the other people were running to get the money for him. The man was saying, sir, it's like you forgot me. He said, sorry, I can't remember. He said, I've been one of your students. Now, if that man was rude with this person when he was a student, think of what will happen. So help others. You are a lecturer. If you have your way to help others, help others. You're working class, help others. Whatever thing you are doing, help others. You are not doing anything, help others. And these people you are helping will be helping you tomorrow. Age, honest, honesty is a very powerful key. So if you have this key, I tell the truth, and you're ready to put it in the door and open it. It will not be wide open for you this year. Apogee. I will see you at the top. So apart from that, I that key also very important. You see, sometimes people that are not ready to think outside box, they don't have a new initiative. Our society today, you know what happens? Difficulties, hardship, when people push to the wall, then and there, the idea, initiative comes up. So you must use initiative this time. Not only that, information. You need information to get your breakthrough this year. Information. If you are not informed, you will be deformed. So the world is all saturated with information. And in fact, if you don't get information, you will never make progress in life. You won't get anywhere. If you don't get information, you may even die before your time. Lack of information will damn you. Lack of information. And the question is, how do I get information? There are so many ways. There are so many ways you can get info. So many. They are hits in books. Some people are not ready to read books. Read books. You get more information for your breakthrough. How do I get it? Even in the Bible, the book of all the books, spend some time. Your life will never remain the same. You will never remain the same. Information is there stocked up in internet, in YouTube. Sometimes in social media, there are lots of information flowing there. Although you need to select the information. You need to know information you are looking for to have your breakthrough. Not all the information. But sometimes some of this information, sometimes a madman can give information that can change your life. A madman, a madman can give information that can change your life. There was a story I was told of this particular man of God. And God really used the man. But the man happened to have a challenge. One of the Sunday after ministry came down from pulpit. He was on his way to commit suicide. A madman came on his way and he was talking. He was giving some information. And that information that madman gave that man saved him from committing suicide. Children can give information that can change your life. Elderly people can even give information that can change your life. So there is information everywhere. And you know what you want in life. Look at that directions. Look at that section that can get information. You want to be the best this year. Spiritual, there are books. Thank God we have a pastor. There are so many books, programs involved to get information. You want to start a business? Yes. There are people who have been there and these things have been penned down. They have started, they passed through the rigor. And now you can just take from here. Tap from that. Tap from their wealth of experience. In your platform, professional platform, there's always information there. You can aspire with it, run with it. So, initiative, informations are key. New idea, your initiative, initiate it. When you are working, you can study the work, bring in new initiative into the work, get information, and not only that, get ideas. There are bundles of ideas. See what you are doing today. Ideas of business, how to start business. Some of the things people are doing today, they've never been in school. Or they get this idea from internet. They get it from YouTube. They get it from social media. They get it from books. If this will succeed, why can you not succeed? If they're happy because of information, you know that good information gives you peace. It puts bread on your table and stack money into your pockets, and you have reserved in the bank because of information. Get information. Be wide opened. Be receptive to information. Some people are not ready. Hey, bro, I don't need that kind of information. Yeah, I don't need that. No, you won't go far without information. So you need information. Now we're making progress. J, that key also is major. And if you remember when I said eliminate, in J, you need to jettison bad friends, jettison bad habits. You know, the reason why we remain at the point where we are today is because of habits. And when we talk about habits, habits is not something we just start a day. It's been a pile up accumulated accumulations of habits. Now, let me tell us an example. In focused environments, let me just use simple illustration. You are using candle and you put the first candle and it burns to the end. Wax is deposited there. The next day, you bring another one and put it there. Finished, the wax is increasing, the level is increasing. You bring another one, and a time will come that you discover that you find it very difficult to remove that wax. Why? Because that has been there accumulated, one candle to the other, and so forth. And by the time you see the heap, fresh, unhealed, example, started very small. So habits, some people form for some time, have become a roadblock for their progress and breakthrough. Some have very bad habits, laziness, very bad habits, laziness, sluggishness, very bad habits, disrespect, very bad habits, roaming about and from place to place aimlessly, very bad habits, eating, the way they eat, very bad, very bad. And if you have built some of this habit for some time, and I could assure you that unless you do something about it, you may not be able to get your breakthrough. So what you need to do is that you must throw them off, jettison your life. Remember all the apostles on their way that they made this hurricane and the ship, sorry, Jonah. The people wanted to lighten the ship. The only thing they could do is to make sure that all their wares thrown off, and yet the water was still coming in. So they empty all their wares. Everything was thrown away to lighten the ship. My friend, if you want your ship to sail well this year, jettison all those bad habits. Throw them off. Pack them. You know them. You know them. Pray for the grace of God. Ask God to dismantle it, destroy them. and move them out of your life. And once this is gone out of you, and you be lightened to fly, to soar high, to move. In fact, it will lighten your heart. The joy will naturally flow. Success will automatically come. And breakthrough will just be the key. You need this key. This key is here. Throw it into your hand. Pick them, open your door. Then you can move on. Then I see you making progress this year and having your breakthrough. I will stop here. I will get the second series of this. I'm telling you this year, unique year. You're welcome.